again. This is Steven. This is me reporting on UFC 111, St-Pierre versus Hardy. Now, one of my personal favorite fighters is George Russ St-Pierre. In his last fight, he took on the Pitbull Alves and beat him down 5 rounds for 25 minutes. This fight with Hardy, the Outlaw, I don't think St-Pierre is going to be dethroned. I don't think this fight is going to last 5 rounds. I think it's only going to last about 3 or 4. And I think St-Pierre gets him to tap out. Because St-Pierre has an amazing ground game. It has an amazing jiu-jitsu and wrestling, or not even being a wrestler in high school. My prediction on the George St-Pierre versus Hardy for the welterweight championship will be George St-Pierre retaining. The second main event of the night, Frank Mir versus Shane Carwin. I don't see Frank Mir winning this fight. I don't personally like Frank Mir because of his comments he made towards Brock Lesnar, and I think he's going to get knocked out by Shane Carwin, and Shane Carwin's going to fight. I'm hoping Shane Carwin's going to fight Brock Lesnar for the title. And then one of the other fights you got on here for the welterweight division, Ben Saunders, the Killer Bee versus Jake Ellenberg. I've heard a whole lot about Ben Saunders. I've heard a little bit about Ben Saunders. He's let me see here. Let me look here. Let's see. Striking, jiu-jitsu, and wrestling. He's won some good impressive fights, and he knocked out Marcus Davis in UFC 106, Griffin versus Ortiz. And he's a good fighter. You know, I've never really seen him fight, but I know I saw the fight versus him versus Marcus Davis, and he clearly took him out of his game. Now you got the next fight. Let me see here. We've got John Finch. This is going to be a good matchup between the Pitbull and Diego Alves. And John Finch is a great striker. He's got a wonderful ground. He's got a great ground game. Good wrestler, good standout welterweight, and has won 3 in a row, and by unanimous decision he's gone 15 minutes for 3 different guys, and I see this fight going 3 rounds, because the Pitbull's got a good stand-up. He's got great striking, great jiu-jitsu. I don't see this being a knockout or anything like that. I see these guys going toe-to-toe all night. But I see John Finch taking him to the ground, but I don't see a really dominant fight. I see this being a slugfest all night in the 15-minute fight. And the next fight on the card, look here, we've got Jim Miller versus Mark Bocek in the in the 155-pound class. I see this go 5 rounds. Evenly hyped guys. Looks like Jim Miller has more fights in the UFC than he does, or more experience, because he's had 18 fights and Bocek's only had about 10. But I see this, this going 5 rounds as well. My prediction would be Bocek to win this fight because he's got a good jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I watched him fight and watched him make somebody tap out. Literally got on guy's back and he was standing up and he tapped out. Next fight, Nate Diaz. This is Roy Markham. This is him. I guess this is Nate fighting up in the welterweight class. Welterweight fighter. Is anyone that fights in the light heavyweight division. I'm not sure, but Nate Diaz does have a good ground game, jiu-jitsu. Also has good striking, but I know this is a smart decision by him. Then we've got another fight in Matt Brown, the Immortal, at welterweight fighting against Ricardo. Forgive me, Almeida. Big dog at 185. Same height, just different weight. Let's see this fight. I see it probably. I don't know too much on these fighters. I see Matt Brown wins the fight. Then we got another light heavyweight fight. Kurt Varengo, the Batman versus. Forgive me on these names. Just now learning these guys' names. Don't know. I'll just say the taller fighter, which is Frank Morgo Caminos. Sorry about the names again. I really bad. He wins that fight. Rodney Wallace in the light heavyweight division versus Jared Hammond. Both almost equal, identical records. Probably I'd say Rodney Wallace because he doesn't have much of reach, but he can get under your skin. But the reach advantage could play a factor. So I'm going to go with Jared Hammond because he's 6'3" compared to Rodney Wallace, who's like 5'9". And then there's another fight, 185, which is the welterweight. The Gorilla versus the Taqueria. I'll go with the taller fighter. And then you got another welterweight fight, Matt Riddle, who was coached by Quentin Rampage Jackson when Quentin Rampage coached the season against Forrest Griffin. He's fighting a guy named Brett Sudo. I say Riddle wins the fight. And those are my predictions on the fight. Comment, let me know what your predictions are on these fights. That ends this segment for UFC 100 St-Pierre versus Pitbull versus Dan Hardy.